Remember, Marx didn't underestimate capitalism. He thought it was fundamentally flawed. He didn't think it was stupid. If large parts of the population weren't being paid enough to support demand, well, he wouldn't have been at all surprised to hear the capitalists had come up with a brilliant solution: the credit card. With consumer credit, people can carry on spending even if they haven't got the money. The economy stays afloat, and the capitalists still make their profit. So credit provided an answer to all of capitalism's woes, but only for a while. Remember, Marx thought the system was fundamentally flawed. They might be very clever, these capitalists, but now more than ever, they were living on borrowed time.
Baby, your ship is coming.
As we know, it went well beyond credit cards. What ultimately brought the crisis to a head was the billions borrowed on mortgages. People thought the value of their house would keep going up forever.
Housing credit is beautiful because if your house price is increasing and you're borrowing against the increase in value of your house, you don't feel you're borrowing away into debt.
But of course you are. In America, it happened on a massive scale. There, as we know, the capitalists were getting richer and richer. They couldn't spend all of their extra money. Driven, as ever, by the desire to make more profit, they lent it out in riskier and riskier ways. The name given to this lending might well be familiar: subprime.
What we did is, as the incomes of most Americans were stagnating or even declining, we said, don't let it bother you. Keep spending as if your income was going up. And they did that very well.
I mean, who would oppose it? The banks who are making money? The households who are getting their house? The politicians who have happy constituents? I mean, there is nobody who's going to be unhappy in this process until it collapses.
And we all know how it ended. In retrospect, it seems obvious. Lending to people who couldn't afford it wasn't a lasting solution to anything. It led to a housing bubble which burst, threatening some of the world's biggest banks. And thanks to our integrated world, what started in the United States spread and infected the entire system, causing a global recession. So here's the Marxist explanation for the crisis we've just seen. You've got a global economy with businesses getting better and better at squeezing wages and pushing up profits. But there's a problem. They're producing a lot of stuff that the workers can no longer afford, and a lot of profits looking for a new home. The global property bubble provided an answer to both those problems. The system was kept afloat on a mountain of debt, but it was only a matter of time before it all came crashing down. Capitalism's only ever as strong as its latest temporary fix.